Okay, I'm making this video on popular request. There's a lot of my students are wondering, how do I vibrate? How do I make vibrato? Well, it's maybe one of the more complicated things on the violin. First, let me just show basics. What you want to do is you want to focus on your knuckle, and you want your knuckle to collapse. You want it to go like this. It's like you can press it down. This is what you want to have. This is the main action you want to have. You can practice this, just practice this on every finger, third finger. Fourth finger is kind of difficult, so when you just practice with fourth finger, make sure you just use a lot of flesh. You don't want to be too pointy or it won't sound so rich. Okay. That's one thing. The second thing you want to do is you want to have your basic hand position. You want to have your hand position, make it like a fist. You want to make a fist like this and have your thumb here. And then basically what you want to do is you want to curl your finger out and then vibrate just with that finger. And when you're finished, when you're doing the second finger, you can just do this, put the first one down. And then third finger and fourth finger. Well, it's kind of hard to show. Okay, so now let me just show how it looks on the violin. What you want to do, you take your hand like this, your fist. See this? And then I put down, for example, first finger on the A string. Put that down, and then what I want to do is I want to have that going back. And then when I do second finger, I'll do the same thing with that. Just coming down. And third finger, you want to have the same thing. And fourth finger, make sure when you're doing fourth finger, make sure you have the other fingers are not down. They're not making it free, so you have time to, practice just the one finger at a time. Okay, so that's dry practicing. Then, what you want to do, once you've done that, and this is maybe, a lot of my colleagues say the same thing, one of the things to do is to practice in third position. You have your hand up against your violin here, so it's not going anywhere, and you can practice this position, just practicing shaking your wrist like this, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And then I think one of the best ideas to just practice just getting comfortable with the vibrato is just practicing, rhythms. So what I'll do now is I'll show you what I mean by that. If you take, and it sounds kind of vulgar, but what you want to do is you want to just be able to practice it so you can do just so many squiggles at a time. Oh yeah, and by the way, when you're doing this, you're always going from the tone and below. Like, let's say you're doing a D. You want to go to like D and then like a C sharp or, something in between, like a... Never above. Nothing like that. That's that's a no-no. So what you want to do is you take your first finger, like for example like this, and then you take let me see, show it real close here. What you want to do is you want to go like, it's like you're pressing this down. You see that? And then when I do the second finger, do the same thing. The third finger, same thing, so I'm, basically pressing this down. And what you don't want it to go, never going sideways. That's a no-no. What you want it to be going down with that. You want to make sure that you're getting the same type of sound on each finger. So, you have to maybe compensate. Maybe if this finger is, this one is maybe going straight back, this one maybe you're going to have to, angle a little bit more like that so you get it going straight back. And then third finger. fourth finger. Okay, so then when you do it, and then you want to do, practice that, and then once you've done that like a bunch of times, do this in your your scales. You can for example, D major scale. Then what you want to do once you do that up and down, that's just like boring exercise. Then you want to start incorporating it in your pieces. Like let's say I'm practicing Tchaikovsky Violin Concerto. And so forth and so forth. So, you want to be able to first practice just the mechanical bit. And once you've gotten the mechanical bit down, then you really want to start, making it your own. Like it's part of your song voice, or like you're really kind of just, it's your kind of your trademark, So, short and sweet. Leave comments, if you have questions, I'll give you more feedbacks. I'll show you maybe another video where you can, more like vibrato exercises. But here you have short to the point, okay, let me just summarize quick. What you want to do, fist, bump, like you're basically having your thumb up against here, and you practice, you can even have if you're a student and you want to have your parents doing this, you can have them practice just pressing down your finger, while you're practicing it, just so you're getting the right kind of, so this is collapsing, Okay, that's it. Okay, bye, I gotta go.